Hey, what's going on? Just got finished ah, checking my cat. It's almost like she knows when you ever it's a weird thing. It's a weird science that really should be investigated just as, like a study experiment on why people just feel compelled or why are we naturally disturbed by things when we really have something to do or like on work on. And that goes for for if you have kids, for me, it's my pets. So if it's like pets or people's children, or I don't know, somebody, some type of little, distraction that's just like, oh, hey, what's going on? Blah, blah. Yeah, that's literally what I just had going on with this one. Like I was literally, I ate, I watched a little show. I first off, I got inside the house. I greeted her. I acknowledged her. Played with her, do a little, and then I ate because I didn't have a real meal all day. So I ate. And then after that, cleaned up their area first, cleaned up their area and cleaned up the rest of the area. And then I finally sat down. And even then, I'm still working because I wanted to do this video. And here she comes complaining, complaining, complaining. And I'm just like, girl, like, yo, are you serious? Like, you know better. Like, it just seems like it's a setup. She does it all the time, every single time. She wouldn't even look at me and just be like, want to have a moment? And I'm like, oh, hey, you want to play? No, not right now. Oh, come on. Let me just, don't touch me. That's her tail wagging right there in like frustration. Ugh. All right, fine. Just gonna do my homework. Wash my face. Have like a me beauty routine. And she's just like, okay, you can touch me now. I'm like, no, I'm actually in the midst of something right now. My hands literally have like a clay mask or something. Some emollient on my face. And she's just like, yeah, well, complain, complain, complain. Like I can work with your schedule, but it's just like if you're trying to be an inconvenience, then you will literally get dismissed. Okay, I do not care who you are. Okay, I don't care who you are. You are not that important. You really are not. Like you have to learn. Like she's just very she's always a reminder, the reminder that I don't need when it comes to people and their entitlement. Because I'm just like, with a cat, you definitely learn patience, but but they in return have to learn about like sharing and things of that nature. So like with the other one, he seems to be cool. Like he really is. He's just like, Harley wants to be, but he is what a cat is expected to be. Like for real, for real. This one, for a long time, she was only one, so she mimicked a lot of the human, pardon me, personalities. Mostly when she was with, obviously the foundation of development is during your initial years when you're like really small. So when she was really small, of course, she was growing up with around, me and the adopted, the guy that was there when I had adopted her, the one who I literally just so yeah, she just kind of like copies everything, and now she's just really like complaining. Like obviously it's just too much TV. It's too much TV. And she's been taking on personalities from television, and it just seems like she's just I cannot. Oh my God. It's so much more easier to kind of explain this when it's like I don't know. I would say like a human being, but even them, they are hard headed. Speaking of which is why we're gonna go into this. But yeah, for her, like she understands. Like when I talk to her, like she understands enough. She understands enough. And that's why she's quiet right now. Isn't that right? It's because she knows she's being talked about and she wants to I just feel like she's shaking her tail like a squirrel right now because she's upset. But if someone wasn't doing this too often, then I would have kept it to myself. But no, you've been doing this too much. You've been doing this too much. And I've talked to you about this. I've talked to you about this. And so now we're here. So now we're here. Yeah. All right. So yeah, let's do this. I am let's see. All right, guys. I believe that I have a good topic to talk about. Well, it's not a good topic. Pardon me. Tis the itis. It's not bad. Okay. Um, this video for today is going to be a. Sorry, this chair is kind of falling apart now. This video today is going to be about a little bit about our religion, but mostly about the Black people that have chosen to the subgroup within the Black community that chose to where am I? Noise. That chose to still be a coon, and it's so weird because like there are people who pose themselves as allies, but I am I have to you know do my due diligence by just kind of telling them like, hey, look, this behavior is not the behavior of an ally or behavior of a person who I want in my community or somebody who I'm gonna like take information from. Um or consider is excuse me, a person who has my best interests. A little one snoring. All right, so I was oh my gosh. Okay. Let's just like go. All right, guys. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of looking at my. It's pretty bird. Pretty nice. Dear Googly, gosh darn it! I'm really like really sleepy, but now I'm gonna do it. I mean, I literally just ate, and it's super late. It's 11:20 Friday, November 17th. I have been out and about for most of the day. I went to the city. It was nice. They have I went to the city for work. I went to the city for work. Not like, my 9 to 5 work, but I just went to the city for work purposes. And um and then I got to have me time. So at the very end of the day, and that was really nice. It was really fulfilling. I enjoyed myself immensely, 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 immensely. It was all awesome. And Copa said, "Oh my gosh, bro! This is really it's not cool, not cool. I don't appreciate it." Mm, there we go. Nice. My nose. Okay, so tonight's video is. Hold on, actually, let me go ahead and just show it as being legit. Okay, so bam. Oop, oop, oop. Okay, so bam, and Friday, November 17th, 11:21. Um, yeah. I just wanted to say that there are people out there who are supposedly saying that, they care about me and they want the best for me, things of that nature. But it's just like, do you? Do you? It's so weird because nowadays, I think the wave right now for a lot of parents is to hover over their child even more so than before. Like there was always a term called tiger moms and helicopter parents, but it's just become inc- it's become far worse. Really, it's become far worse, especially within the past few years. Now, when I was doing the discussion of niggers, coons, and Neanderthals, I was giving you guys a summary, a sum up, and a history based off on the way how Black people had started out from, from overseas and how they sold us out over to European settlers, and not just European settlers. They sold us out to basically it was an internet, it was a global trading system, and we were used as property. Excuse me, I say we, but I don't mean every Black person, because not every Black person was a fucking slave. But I say that as a person who is just like very empathetic, very sympathetic, and as like under a community where it's just like, one for all and all for one, basically. This was even before I was, I found myself in a modern slavery kind of situation. I always was just like expressing or describing slavery as of, if it hurts one, it hurts us all. And I believe that's something from Martin Luther King or something like that. No, it's something somebody else. But it's like, I think he said it though. But it was just like, or I think he said it. And if he said it, he either said it, it was like an original statement, or he quoted somebody. But it's just like, yeah, if one of us, like if one of us is has an injustice, then we all have an injustice. So that's what I mean when I say that, we were sold. But obviously there were people who were free, who were Black. There were free men that were Black. And they had, different ethnicities like within that. Excuse me, like you can be, like your race can be African American or Black, and but you could also like, when you under the term Black, there are so many different types of there's so many different types. Specifically, you're not just African American. You can be Black and you can just be African. You can be Black and you can be European. When under European there are Blacks, but they have like African and something else, but it's just, yeah. Or you can be Haitian and but you're Black. Yeah, so when I was discussing about, oh my goodness, girl, stop. Don't you dare. Oh my goodness. This is really, oh my, all right, hold on. I've literally been on my feet all day. I'm about to like put on some royalty free music and probably like do some jazz or something like that. And just like, because like this conversation is actually going to be good. So I'm just like wondering why? 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 Oh, okay, just stretch first. Oh, I am old, but I know I'm not fronting to be young. I know me. Mm, mm, mm. Oh, whew. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Oh my God, yes. Yeah. Oh yeah, Daddy. Uh, evergreen. It's a safety word. Oh my God. Yeah, yeah. A little bit lower. Ah, stretch it out. Okay. All right. Awesome. And breathe. And breathe. It's not working. Oh my God. Son of a bitch. Okay, look at this. All right, I apologize. All right, so I'm just gonna be doing some crazy. It's like, probably one of those things where you're just kind of like working out right now, and like, just pretend that you and I are just kind of like working out at the gym or something like that. Because I'm tired. I'm sleepy, but I do not want to yawn all the time. So silly. Oh my gosh. All right. So yeah, I believe that people have been really taking it upon themselves to do some this is so funny. Okay. All right, now squats. Mm, yes, that's right. Awesome, Amber. Deltoids. One more time. We'll be ready by summer. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. I think, I think, oh, God damn it. Oh, no. Okay. I thought it was something. I was like, oh, God. All right. Well, I think it's working. All right. So, all right. So, good job. Um, the point of this video is because, the abuse, it has not stopped. And in fact, people have really seriously been gung ho with trying to off me, obviously, as I mentioned before. The thing about that is going after somebody innocent, even though you tried to tarnish my name horrendously, you have done nothing but go ahead and make literally everybody a fucking target. Now, here's the thing though. The other day when I had mentioned about John Hopkins, no, not John Hopkins, John Witherspoon, when he said on behalf, in front of like well, in front of the state of New Jersey, like the committee board, the committee members, it was basically like why the point it was just like why should we let people who are already enslaved free? Now me, I was already free, and like but slavery was already abolished. You feel me? Slavery was supposed to be already abolished. Like there were no supposed to be no stipulations, and by law, there's nothing. There's literally no contract or anything that is supposed to be binding you in order to be oppressed, in order for you to be harmed. Like not even by a religious kind of situation. Like there's always some type of like a clause like there's the ironclad there's an ironclad situation in regards to a divorce where it protects you, but there is no ironclad contract where you are indebted to somebody, like not even with musicians, you feel me? Like there are definitely some severe kind of things where you are, I guess like under the not the but like basically like you are supposed to guarantee a certain type of like amount of albums, things of that nature. Like you can't go anywhere. Like you have to be within that company. Okay. But um, you know, s- apparently like there's certain things that you're obviously not supposed to be subjected to when it comes to harm and things of that nature, unless people have like some type of silent dealings between them. But for me personally, as I've been advocating, like, that's obviously not the gist. And I have consistently have told you guys about like I've consistently told you guys about like how I don't respect the world right now, especially I don't respect humanity and the things that they have allowed to happen. In regards to not just me, but just, people like me in general, where it's just like, even if you even if you didn't commit any of these crimes or all these heavy ass fallacies that people have made against me, you put a target not just on my back, but you to put a target on people who are innocent. And that's just it. Like, this is why I said that you guys are niggers, coons, and Neanderthals, because like you utilize all this bullshit on the innocent people. So then you're going to be basically working overtime. Like you're basically saying your lives are so fucking miserable, uncomfortable, and boring You have so many other things that you could do, but life in itself is boring. We literally, so funny. I was watching the other day about something on TikTok. It was saying like, there are flowers in Africa, not Africa, flowers in Antarctica, where basically, everything's melting so quickly. Of course, because global warming. Basically, you guys want to focus on the wrong fucking things, and you want to try to exert your power based off on your ego, and yet you can't even save the world really. All you can do is just destroy it. It's not even destroying other people's peace, but you've made me a fucking target, an innocent person, and you decided to lie up and down about who it is that I am by giving me a whole identity that really is, your storyline. You guys have done some really fucked up shit by while pretending to be, holier than thou and things of that nature. But it's just like I know the main characters in your own lives, which obviously are you, but you somehow decided to make me your main priority and your main focus. You got jealous about that. It's so weird, bro. It's so weird. You're supposed to be the main characters in your own life. So why are you over here literally putting me in the forefront to try to hound me and to harm me? You not only put a target on my back, but you put a target on other people's back. You put a target on your own fucking back, and then you're gonna have to work maybe double or triple time in order to try to advocate or fight for people who are innocent. Like you wasted your fucking time and you wasted all this fucking energy. At least it wasn't a yawn. At least it wasn't a yawn. Pardon me. You wasted all your fucking time trying to go after me and then not even caring about it because a lot of you, well, enough of you people knew that I was innocent and knew that this was literally anything that you try to make up about me, or anytime you try to switch my words or make it seem like my reactive abuse is something that was initiated first. Again, that all turns on you. There are obviously more people who are not celebrities than there are people who are celebrities. So when you stupid bitches start thinking that this is the wave and you start attacking other people who don't have those kind of fucking resources, then people will definitely start off dying. But none of that stuff will really save you in the grand scheme of things, especially once global warming truly truly takes over. And whoopsie, you possibly could have killed somebody who could in the future happen to discover a cure for whatever kind of disease that you actually have, but you over here trying to, make it on me, or whatever kind of medical drug that they could actually, develop for you or help with the process against global warming. But you stupid bitches are so fucked up that you decided to go ahead and cause a catastrophe. I mean, you seem to be okay with having people, I guess, right now in school, and you just be like, okay, well, we'll just, all right, fine then. Like, you're looking for anything for me to say so that way you can go ahead and try to cover your ass, in order for you to try to find, I guess, like some type of, like try to make a solution to whatever problem it is. I could be like I just said, with like you're over here trying to kill innocent people. Well, then maybe you just might have, go ahead and targeted somebody who would find a cure for whatever, da 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 da. And so, bam, because of your ego, because you would hate for me to be right, you want to go ahead and try to assign scientists in order to dedicate their lives or that moment to developing a drug. Now, the FDA normally takes, from when I used to work in a pharmaceutical company, when I was in my early 20s, it normally takes like I think like 7 to 10 years, or at least 7 years, in order for a drug to pass federal FDA regulations. Might be less, but it's just like I remember like back then it was like 7 years. So nonetheless, that for me, I would think that that's, as like, incredibly a long time. For you guys, it would definitely be a long time. However, it's not a long time for you guys to say that if I wanted my justice, you guys would expect me to wait for 20 years, if not more, for the rest of my life in order to be subjected to this abuse. that I've been going through already for decades. And but you want me to keep continuing to do it because you guys love the idea of having, you guys love like recreating your own kind of Jesus carrying the cross kind of bullshit. So yeah, this video is supposed to be about like the toxic religion that's going on, especially within the Black community. And it's not just the coon niggers, Neanderthals kind of Black community. I mean the entire Black community that believes in, that believes in suffering, and that believes that we have to go through trials and tribulations, and the toxicity of Black churches, the toxicity of white churches that try to impose their beliefs onto Black people, in which, in the foundation of it all, Black people had to learn a whole other fucking language, and then were forced to believe in a religion and renounce their own. So fast forward to today, people have the supposed freedoms to go ahead and, practice whatever religion that they want to, including the one that they were that was taken away from them. And more people kind of seem like they are not believing in Christianity or religion, but they do believe in God, which is great because I myself, I do believe in God. I just don't believe in it in the way how people believe in it, and with and in most kind of Christian faiths. Like there's different types of things that I definitely it's not that I oh, there's it's definitely controversial, obviously, with the Bible because it's always been like revised and cherry picked and things of that nature. It just seems like there's people who are meant to suffer in that book, and people just expect the people who have abused them to be forgiven, which seems extremely corrupt. It's almost like how people want it to be. It's almost kind of like how nowadays, you ever seen those what is it, like those sadistic or sadist masochist kind of relationships where those guys go to certain places where they're wearing tight leather and whips and chains, BDSM, S&M, or BDS, something like that. Basically, yeah. Um, where it's like, whips and chains and things of that nature. But it's like I feel like the Bible and the religion is more like the soft version, which is really kind of funny because it's crazy. It just doesn't have a lot of sex. It's not as graphic, and people are going to be mad at me for saying that. But it's only because maybe they wanted to kind of keep it more on the clean side. But it's just like I see it like this when I make that statement. I say it like this: you guys like to make people feel really, really fucking horrible, and then pay you or live in fear or be in pain daily, daily for shit that is just like just simple man human, feelings. It's it's crazy, and I don't believe that that's about God. Like, I believe God should punish, and that God does punish people for like their wrongdoings. But it's really wild on how in the book sometimes we're just like somebody would do literally like the most heinous thing, and in that Bible, God was supposed to be like, okay, like no, don't get it twisted. Like God was serious. Like he was on that shit. Like yo, like he's just like yo. When he says revenge is the Lord, like you're really supposed to respect it, was to literally step aside because there's literally I've made the statement of there's there's nothing that I can do that God can't do, obviously, but it was something in lines of whatever it is that I can do to you won't be nearly as bad or painful as what God can do to you. Like, do you understand me? It was just like, yo, I like you guys try to threaten me, and it's just like basically anybody can fucking do that. You guys threaten me with my life, but it was just like, do you know that everything that's out there or everything that's in here can also do the same thing? Like you guys try to threaten me with well, obviously, with the poisons and things of that nature, but you're trying to get it on the low by I guess by also trying to take my insurance and things of that nature. If anything, I'm pretty sure people are trying to make it a deadline by trying to take me out by like Thanksgiving or even before then. Damn sure before December. But I digress. It's like anything can take, like, you over here trying to threaten me, and you're not even trying to threaten me. You've been threatening me for the longest, and you've been doing very fucked up shit to me and to my identity. And it's just like, you still don't intimidate me. You still don't put any fear in me. Like, look at me. I'm over here talking to you casually, and I'm not over here trying to beg you for my fucking life. Not only do I not like you bitches, and I can't wait for your own deaths to happen. In fact, I relish the moment, if that is the moment that God could grant me, where you do die and I do get to witness it, or like I am aware of it before I die. Like, those moments are fucking justified, depending considering the situation that I've been placed in. You guys are still doing the fucking most when it comes to wanting to harm me and take me out. And I've consistently been subjected to abuse, cruel punishments that were unjust. Unjust. And I still have people that are trying to I guess, mock me or take my character and be very passive aggressive as they triangulate that information. And I'm just like, I'm really not bothered by that. I'm not even annoyed at that part. I'm at that point, I'm just really disgusted and just like, it goes out. It's even more of like a pale disgust. It's like seeing, you know what? It's like seeing uh someone not pick up their dog doo doo on the street. That's it. Before it used to really get to me, but I literally see you guys like the dog shit that's left on the street and somebody didn't clean it up. That's really what it is. You guys don't even like, you guys are not even that, you're not effective as you guys used to be, and you're not as you're damn sure not as important. You're not even important anymore. And the thing is that you guys done so much, you've reduced your significance in the eyes of the world. People definitely, as much as you were over here trying to belittle me and things of that nature, you yourselves are a joke. You really are. People are obviously like talking about you, see you for what it is. And even if they don't try to say it to your face, it's just like this is what they think of you or consider of you. But as long as I guess you can make people, you can hear a laugh, you guys feel okay. And that's really pathetic. That is really fucking pathetic. Now, wait, hold on, Your Honor. Wait, okay, a burp. And a good burp. What? Yes. Okay, good. What time is it? 32 minutes. Oh my god. All right, like I said, I have to hurry up. It's a quick chatty chat. People would not be so bothered if they actually were to focus on their own selves or to focus onto something where it would have been actually more effective. The reason why the shit fell flat is because you mistook my generosity, my kindness for you as something as like an ego boost for you. I, I've I've showed you before where I was a little girl and I was just, very advocating for injustices back in the day. And I was extremely empathetic. But at the same time, like I grew up around an abusive parent. So it was just like I knew when to keep my boundaries and my like, my guard up. So and I knew when to put it down for people who are obviously genuinely liking me and genuinely supporting me, not pretending to or anything of that nature, but genuinely supporting me. So when you guys have showed me yourselves, I thought perhaps it was a misunderstanding, especially considering that there's people in the background that's over here tainting my character. When you guys showed me that I was over here literally providing you guys information in order to protect yourselves from bullies and from people who were doing this, little did I know you were the people who were contributing to that abuse. And when I found that out, you became the enemy too. You became the op. You are not somebody that I want to protect. You are the person I want to step aside and let, whomever get to you because you are the thing. or the entity, object, or whatever like that, that is the problem. And it's going to be a leading problem in the future for us all. It's bad enough that we have other things outside of us that is really going to fuck up this world. Is But to have you guys added to that mix is just, it's really bad dope. It's extremely bad dope. And I want nothing to fucking do with it. So as you're up in arms because you are intimidated or insulted or threatened by my independence, it's just like, well, duh, you put me in a situation that is extremely unique because here I am being publicized and I've been placed in a position where it is definitely something uncommon, where you might try to tether yourself to me by any and all means. It's just like, no, this is definitely something this is the isolated kind of situation. And so it is so disgusting when I see people try to definitely try to like reduce my situation to their more common one. And I have a few examples of how people do that, and it's and people call it out for what it is. It's actually a very mental problem. So somebody is really unhealthy when they do that. So I don't get in my feelings when I see people do that. I just realize it for what it is. I'm just like, "Oh, okay, that's that term. Okay, gotcha. And let me stay the fuck away from that." So yeah, there's that. The other thing about this is, again, what I had mentioned, there seems to be a performative situation where people are, I guess, are kind of saying some things like, "Oh, you're gonna get your justice, just hold on soon." And other people are just seeming to be nice, but it seems to be more of it seems to be more of a dangling the carrot kind of situation where I guess people are really. I've been getting more threats. People have definitely been kind of saying things in regards to, oh, like this person that's trying to refer to me is going to die soon and things of that nature. So naturally, the people who were once being extremely cruel to me are kind of being that whole fake ass sympathetic kind of nice. And I'm just like, you can keep that. You can really keep that shit. That you will never be forgiven. Even I don't care how many times that you talk on my behalf, like you will never be forgiven. It's just that mm, I don't close my eyes to the disrespect and to what's going on at hand. You guys have really fucked up by targeting somebody who's innocent. And I guess for some you guys thought it was a challenge because it was just like, hey, look, if we can actually go ahead and target somebody innocent before the world, then this will be easier where anybody can definitely get it. Now, this isn't something new, obviously, because there's people who are in prison right now who are actually innocent people. But you decided to do it to me in particular because I was like an aspiring person, and you allowed somebody who was very competitive with me, and thinking and identifying it as supposedly as me being jealous. I'm just like, no, this is here's the thing. The thing that this person has acquired in their life has been inspired by my many accomplishments when I was a fucking child. Okay? They decided to continue to compete with me from when I was a child. I shit you not. When it comes to music, when it comes to dancing, when it comes to going for and what is it? School class president, no, school school class assistant president, and then I was just like, this is too much responsibility. No, thank you. I was like, so then returned, and I think I was like a treasurer. Yeah, I was a treasurer then, and then it was another one where I invented things, and I actually have something patented recently. Within like I think like within the year, I had something patented. And but when I was as a child, going back to when I was a child, all these things, all these like these. I was on TV a few times. I was on television, and I was also well, no, I was on, but it wasn't like something like, oh, I was in a show, I was in a sitcom, but like I was on I had shown my painting on Winter Park, and I just these are just minor things. This is not me living my glory days. This is literally me stating something that I've done. And I had somebody who I thought was a friend who never actually, well, no, not even, I don't even want to be humble about that. She never clapped for me. She never clapped for me. It was when I had to literally address them as an adult when they had to say something, like when they would actually give me, I guess, like, supposedly respect. And that's really fucked up. as I'm like thinking about it right now, like the delayed support that I would get from this person. Even though when I was like initially like, boom, hey, look, I'm doing this. Do you want to help? Or like, so I can like put you in this or something like that. And they're just like, no. Or then they happen to see me get favor or attention from other people. And then it's just like, oh my God, like put me on or something like that. And I'm just like, well, yeah, no problem. Like, I'm not going to have like a problem. I'm so sorry. I was holding the cat, so I do have moments where I have fluffies on my face. Like, I was playing with something earlier, and I was because I would have like fluffies. Like, already, I see something. Oh my god. Okay, pardon me. I have this really nice sweater. It's just like it's like angora. So you know how like the little things with like angora, like float, well, not float, excuse me, but you know how the things on angora just like have like those little stray strands and things of that nature. I get those all the time, and unfortunately, it's not angora. It's just cat hair, and it's so annoying, man. It's so annoying. And now I feel like I have it, bruh. It's so bad. It's so bad. Okay. Shit. I was oh boy. I was on a roll too, but I felt it like yo, like totally in my face. Ay, 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 ay. Mm, wow, that's really messed up though. But yeah, it's just the thing is, it's just that I learned that lesson and I moved on from it. In fact, we do have an upcoming court date, which I have showed you before, where it's just like, okay, I'm doing what's necessary in order to get like a no contact order against this person because I don't have any kind of contact with this person at all. Like no connection, no nothing. It is well deserved. They definitely deserve it for all the fuck shit that they've done. They've just been running out the mouth with lies and doing a whole bunch of malicious shit. So definitely want to get this over. It's overdue. It's so overdue. Um, it's really done. Like we're too old for this shit, and I really haven't lived the life that I wanted to because I have really disgusting, awful, despicable, not just family. Because at any point in time, it's just like, but who are the sources and the people that are giving them that power? You feel me? It's just like we can look at other people right now where it's just like fuck shit, like Britney Spears' parents and things of that nature their power is limited right now. At one point, they did have it, and now they have people who are actually advocating against them, saying, dude, fuck out of here." Do I have that same kind of respect right now in regards to my own relatives that I cut off and ex friends? Uh, definitely not. Definitely not. People supposedly love me only because of what I can give to them, and that's not love. It's really not love. People expect for me to be seen still. People expect for me to be stalked. Um, the whole human zoo experiment kind of situation. And the only reason why they love me is because they want me to have that whole Jesus on a cross kind of bullshit. And I just really don't fuck with that. I literally do not fuck with that. There's the whole Jesus is my homie, Jesus is my homeboy, Jesus is a brother, Jesus is black, all that kind of stuff. And I'm just like, you know what? That's all well and good though, but I'm not Jesus. I've said this many times before. I'm not your Jesus. I'm not Jesus. And this, that, here, and the third. When I told you guys to go fucking kill yourselves, I meant it. I really meant it. Go kill yourselves. That's what you need to do. You've ruined so many opportunities for not just me, but for just like for people in the future. I saw the other day about a guy who I guess had some type of discrepancy with a celebrity who is like the mother of this rapper's children, and another guy had said something, and I think that he has like some influential pull himself, but apparently, like what he said, I guess was like a little bit too cross that it had got people greeting him at his own place to threaten him. And the guy had immediately had posted something saying like, "Hey, look, I love you, everybody. If something happened to me, then somebody did something to me." And this is like it's real shit. Like, yo, you guys have done the most, and then you have this ego thinking like, oh yeah, we up and powerful. There's so many other problems going on right now that you're just not doing the fuck enough. It's like having, right now I have quite an unkept, I mean, my room is just, it could use some work. I have laundry that I just got finished and it's done on the bed. But it's just like there's things, imagine me. It's like having a messy room. I don't have like a messy room. It's just like, I could just, straighten it up a bit. But it's like having a messy room, a serious messy room. And the only thing you did was just fix the bed. But it's an incredibly still messy ass fucking room. You guys are the equivalent of fixing that is you. That is the equivalent of you. That is the equivalent of not only like this I guess like the younger generation and just whatever generation it is that decided to initiate this bullshit and want to keep it going, and you guys are trying to save your necks for all the violence that you've done behind the scenes triangulating and passively. Uh you guys were your own worst, not, it's not a worst nightmare, but you guys were your own worst enemies. You ended up attacking me, but you ended up silencing yourself and then stripping away a lot of the pool that you guys had and wanted to maintain. You guys were literally, it was almost like you throwing rocks at your own castle or something like that. Oh no, 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 no. You know what this is like? You know what this is like? It's like you seeing me across the way in my own little castle and you're taking stones from your own castles to throw it at me. And your own tower fell down. Like you're that's really how it went. That's really how it fucking went. Because you made yourselves very susceptible to getting harmed. And yet you believe that you can trust in whomever the entities, sources, government, organizations, da 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 da. You believe that that's actually going to protect you. Now, again, like I said, John Hopkins was already saying that, oh, all people, who are already freed should be freed. You have the 13th Amendment and you have the second and third in regards to slavery. But here we are still here in America where that's not happening, where you guys are, exhibiting a human zoo kind of situation, where you're doing something insanely illegal and you're making it seem like I should be okay with it. I want to play this video right quick. I just want to go ahead and just kind of go like this is I'm not saying that this person is evil. I'm not saying this person is evil, but I am saying that right now, this person, like this, this message, I want to say that this message is a coon message. This message right here is trying to perceive itself as an ally, where it's addressing the evilness of my abuser. Yes, but it's just like, it's like this. You know how when you have you ever heard about when people have cancer and they don't have it until like maybe later or something like that? It's because like they already have the cells or something like that within them, but it was just like dormant. There was something within their body, their lifestyle that happened to trigger it in order for them to boom have cancer. For the most part, naturally, from what has happened. I'm not talking about any kind of like medically induced kind of situations where people boom develop cancer. I'm talking about something that was like inherent in them. So with that foundation of information, um, the same thing goes for coonery. As I said, were when the coons, I wouldn't say usurped, but it's just like no, when the coons basically realized that the chickens came home to roost, they decided to hide because they were going to be held accountable and they were going to be, dealt with accordingly. So they decided to interact and intermingle with other people and hide their coonery, live in the shadows. I'm pretty sure the way how if they were to reiterate their story or their history, it would probably victimize themselves. We had to hide ourselves. We were ashamed to come out. And it's like, yeah, for a fucking good reason. Like you literally sold out your own people and you really did the most where you were horrible, 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 horrible human beings. So with the coons, they decided to hide themselves and hide their identity and breed with healthy people who believes in equality, equity, just rights. Where people who are like when you see again, these are all in respective races. Okay, so there's like a nigger, coon, Neanderthal in each respective race, but I'm saying in specific race right now. When they bred, the descendants the descendants unfortunately were not healthy. They became tainted. And the coon gene was able to be dormant for a while. Now, when certain levels of toxicity when certain levels of toxicity surrounds the environment, the coon gene, like the cancer cell, shows up. And at that point, it is like, what do you do? What do you do? Are you stage 4 coon? Are you like what stage of the coon do you become? And can you make it go back to being dormant? You can, but it's just like, and for some there's just obviously some people just go so far down the or so far up the coon ladder. It's just like, man, if you happen to try to come down, it would definitely be a Humpty Dumpty, but hopefully you can put yourself back together again. My thing about this is you can have good intentions. So I can definitely say, like, hey, look, there's some people who can have good intentions where you are calling out my abusers and you're realizing for what it is. But it is a coon message, or it sounds like a drop of the coon when you're telling me that I need to ignore what people say and ignore what people do when they're literally trying to take me out, and you want me to ignore what people say and ignore what people do in order for me to be of entertainment for you. That is a coon behavior. Excuse me, that is a coon message because you are self serving that you want me to be of service to you. You are so egotistical and greedy and just self entitled that you just want me to be a servant to you and to your needs. You want me to be your distraction. You want me to be something that fulfills your day to day with nothingness. In fact, you even want to go ahead and try to make yourself seem like you're important or even helpful when it's the opposite. It's sad, man. It's really fucking sad. I just So just listen to this message because I'm not saying that this woman is a coon. I'm just saying that this message in itself is a coon because they're definitely calling out my abusers for what it is, which is definitely a healthy kind of situation. It's definitely appreciated especially as long as it's publicly told out there and you guys are speaking up for me on my behalf. Um, the part though that is really offensive is the part where you are expecting me to be like Jesus holding the cross to the destination where he's about to be hung, like about to be like fucking nailed and hung and then stabbed, like and then left to die.
You know what you're achieving, or you know what you want to achieve. So that's what you're focusing on. That's what I'm getting here. I'm really getting at it's something very significant in regards to glasses. This could even be like the reflection on like your TV. If you're posting pictures or something like that, like somebody is paying attention to the reflection in your glasses, or maybe even your sunglasses or something like that here. Somebody's trying to see where you're at, who you're with, something. So you may want to be mindful in regards to that. Yeah, you're blessed. You're too blessed to be stressed. I tell you, look here. And somebody's like, no, you're supposed to be doing bad and struggling, and you're just happy and moving forward. Like I said, a minor setback is just that, a minor setback. You're blessed. You know what's divinely meant for you is meant for you. Period, point blank. But somebody's like, no. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. No. Somebody mad, boy, somebody is mad. I'm telling you, this is you. This is you completely unbothered, and somebody just watching you. Somebody just gonna watch you succeed. I'm telling you. I don't know, man. This is crazy. I'm also getting you are being blessed because you took a leap of faith here as well in regards to something that you're working on or something like that here. Yeah, what's going on here? Okay, yeah, you are this empress. For some, this is somebody that, like, maybe this person left you. Okay, wow. Okay, look here. For some, this could be somebody that, like, left you out in the cold when they thought, like, you weren't going to do anything or be anything. Or maybe if you experienced a minor setback, somebody left you out in the cold, and now somebody is watching something grow for you. Growth. You have a growth mindset here as well. It's all about your mindset. You're too blessed to be stressed doing your own thing. That's what I'm getting. I could be speaking to a male or a female here. Yeah, wait and be patient. Things are always working out for you. I'm telling you. And something that you're working on, I'm telling you, like, wow, okay. There's a side project that you're working on that you're keeping this private. Could be you're keeping it private away from prying eyes with this window seat. Somebody is like, wow. Okay, if you experienced a setback in regards to a business that you have, somebody was happy in regards to that, but I'm not going to keep giving that energy. Yeah, somebody was happy, but this person is going to be mad sitting watching you be blessed. But it's in regards to something that you're working on that you're keeping private, and somebody's trying to figure out what this is or something like that. I'm also getting for you, it's important that you're patient because, like, you're working on something and it's going to grow. Something is going to, like, you're going to expand, or something is going to start picking up. I'm gaining momentum as well. You're gaining momentum, but, like, you got to be patient. Don't sit there, like, you don't plant the seed and sit there and watch it and wait for it to grow. No, you plant the seed and then you go about your life and you work on your other projects. And that's what I'm getting that you're doing. Like, you're creating, you're cultivating whatever this is you're passionate about, but you're also working on your other projects here as well. So keep doing that. Okay, yeah, some type of drama. Somebody thinks that, like, you're naive. Somebody thinks that like you're broke, and, like, you should not be optimistic, or you should not have a growth mindset. Somebody also may think that, like, you're delusional because you believe in yourself or something like that. Like, wow, okay. You're about to show somebody how to truly manifest. That's what I'm getting here. You're about to show somebody how to truly manifest because somebody straight up thinks that, like, you're, like, you shouldn't be happy. Some slow down for you. You shouldn't be happy. You're delusional, whatever. I don't know what this person is watching you though. So if you're delusional, this person is delusional because this person is watching everything that you do. Why would you watch somebody that you think is delusional, or I don't know? But somebody's watching everything that you do, and this is somebody that you don't like. You're not worried about this person. That's what I'm getting here. Yeah, but somebody's mad because you're going to be abundant. Somebody feels like somebody feels like you shouldn't have some type of position, la-di-da, all of that mess. Yeah, I'm not about to I'm going to make this kind of short. Yep. Okay, this could be a couple that's watching you. A couple is watching you for some reason. You don't have nothing to do with one of these individuals. That's what I'm getting here. Or you don't want nothing to do with, wow. Somebody thinks that, like, this is crazy. Somebody thinks that your optimism is adorable. Like, oh, that's so adorable. The collective thinks that they're going to recover and be successful. That's so adorable. I'm telling you, this is the type of people out here, like, somebody thinks that you are delusional for, like, believing in yourself. I'm telling you, maybe somebody could be, like, trying to come in and tell you that like you're delusional and nothing is gonna grow for you, and then you watch. I'm telling you, like the divine is working on your behalf. That's what I'm getting like, yeah, the divine is about to show why you don't kick people when they're down. Yep. Then I tell you, something is gonna like, and the funny thing about it is you can care, you're not focusing on this. That's what I'm getting like. Maybe somebody did something underhanded to you because they wanted you to get fired, and they think that like you're upset. You could have been upset in the past because now you're just doing what you're doing. You're happy. You're working on your projects, and man, look here. Somebody looking all in the background of your photos, zooming in, trying to see the smallest speck. It's crazy. Like people out here somebody's accusing you of being delusional for being optimistic, but this person is all up in getting your photos, enlarging them, and trying to be all up in your background. So who's really delusional here? What's going on here? Like you're just minding your business. For some, this is a couple that's doing this to you. Yep. Wow. I could be speaking to a masculine energy here. Are you dealing with a masculine energy? Yeah, this man did something to you here. He did something to like try to stop. He didn't want you to be held in high honor or seen. He didn't want you to be seen, and now he's like mocking you in regards to your abundance or calling you like telling you that you're not skilled or something like that here. I don't know. This is like ridiculous, and I'm getting like you're over it. You're over it. That's crazy. Yep. This person, I'm getting whoever this individual is, this person could want to apologize to you, or like somebody knows the truth in regards to something that happened to you. Something that happened to like, wow, I'm getting something that happened to your business because something was growing for you and then it all of a sudden it just stopped. It just stopped like, oh yeah, nuh-uh. And wow, okay, the person that's like constantly mocking you was one of the individuals involved in doing this. Yep. Yeah, didn't I say somebody knows the truth in regards to what happened to you? I'm also getting somebody is in regret. Maybe if this King of Swords was involved in doing something to you, he's in regret because the truth came out in regards to what he did to you. And like a lot of people are like upset. They're pissed off. That's what I'm getting here. But like you're not even bothered. Like you got people that are upset for you in regards to what happened to you, whether or not this is you losing your job unjustly or something happened, or like your something in regards to your business or whatever this is. There's a masculine energy that was involved in something that happened to you. I could be speaking to a masculine energy as well. You know, a pot of roses, they fit, but yeah, somebody is in regret. Somebody feels extremely guilty for something that they did to you because like now this person knows the truth. This person knows that like you deserve some type of position or something like that here, and you're just like, I'm over here working on my other projects. Like I really don't have time for this. Like you cannot manifest being focused on this. You have to focus on what you want to bring into your vortex. You cannot be focused on, okay, somebody don't like you, somebody feel like you aren't skilled, whatever. Let these people think.
Okay, so for the majority of this was just like very supportive. I really do appreciate it. Like it was disclosing the information about what's going on behind the scenes. It was revealing and relaying the information about the abuser himself being exposed, which actually was supposedly something that was going on and off for many, many years. Far too long, but definitely many, many years. Like I said, I don't identify the person as the coon. I identify the message in itself as a coon because some people really don't know exactly like how bad or like what they're saying can be actually offensive. And that can be just easy misunderstanding. So pardon me. So that's something that I just wanted to go ahead and that's why I had said that before playing it. And I wanted to and that's why I explained it like that because it's starting to get to the point where having said all that about like what was going on in the background, having said all that about what was going on in my life, to still say, forget what people are saying. It's just like, are you thinking that's it? Why are you, as someone who's isolated and ostracized, why are you being so focused that like the isolated thing and all that abuse is people talking about me? This right here is a lavender leaf. Now, here are several different things on this little lavender stem in regards to my abuse. Each each one of these represents one of the abuses that I am going through in regards to poisonings, stalking, being, surveilled 24/7. That means people watching my naked body, people intimidating me and my cats, people taking my money without my permission, hacking my accounts, the slander, the lie. Like, this is what the bottom is right here. This is what the bottom is. Okay. Or actually, if you want to go from like Maslow's hierarchy of needs in a reverse kind of situation, this right here is where the talking is. This is where the gossip is. Hold on, let me just. Okay, do you see this? This is where the gossip is. This right here is the slander. But then you keep going down, and this right here is where people are stealing my identity. This is right here where people are making fake profiles and also kind of stealing my identity. But this one's more, where this one is more egregious. This one is where they're using um, the government or whomever is like a criminal to literally take my identity for a down payment for a car, or I mean for like, to take a loan out for a car, or taking out a PPP loan for my business name. This is when they actually steal my business concept and my business ideas. This is when they work with my job in order to go ahead and steal my business, or stunt it. This is when they negatively affect um, my reputation through all extremes. And I'm not just talking about just through slander, but they're using other people, even again, even people who work for the government in order to just really disturb my well-being and my life. These are for the people who are poisoning me. These are people who are poisoning my water. These are people who are poisoning my food. These are people who obviously are doing it not just to harm or mock me. They're doing it in order for me to die. This is for people who are obviously are gang stalking me, watching my naked body, selling this stuff and making a profit off of it. While they're doing that, I'm not getting anything for. They're literally just taking my money. They want me destitute and they want me homeless. But the only thing that you want to talk about is to just ignore people's words. You just want me to focus on ignoring those people's words, ignoring this, I guess, apparently, and just doing, I guess, the damn work. Now, that is a constant hamster wheel of work that I've been doing all my fucking life. So imagine at the point when this person had started this shit years ago, decades ago, damn near decades ago. And yet, before I even knew that I was being stalked and things of that nature, I was the most hardest worker. I was doing this, that, here, and the third, and it did nothing but bring you guys money and also ego boosts, and that is horrible. I am owed restitution, best believe. And yet, the thing that you can say is just to ignore those words, and you want to give me superficial or inaccurate, either superficial, inaccurate, or misleading advice that is really just gaslighting me, because you're going ahead to try to recycle shit in order for me to be an influence, or yeah, an influence, or some type of like I hate when those things make it sound like that. It sounds like it's like really bad flatulence, like ongoing. um, you know how when you work out and you have like a gym buddy, You want me to be down in the trenches with you all the fucking time for the rest of my fucking life. You can actually get up and you can go ahead and excel things, but you will go ahead in the background while you see me commit to something, and then you'll give me something that's called a false start. So, in the midst of me going through all this pain and all through this situations, your priorities, because you're so fucked up and selfish, like I'm just saying for a person who is fucked up and selfish, maybe she didn't know what she was saying, you know, I leave that up to you guys, but I'm saying I'm calling it out for what it is with the message itself, not the person, but the message itself, not their intention. It's just that this is a fucked up message. This is your fucking priority because you want me to still you want me to do black tax. You want me to be that person who's always go 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 for your fucking benefit just because you like still being a fucking slave to fucking work ethic. You like to break your fucking black back or whatever like that. Um and for white people, they have it much easier. So they like, it's the whole pretending effort or to work just, twice as less than we are, even though black people right now are getting their favors or getting, their recognition and things of that nature. It's just like I'm seeing it for what it fucking is. I really am. I'm truly seeing it for what it fucking is. And it's just, no, I don't have to do that. Like you are always trying to give me God, like for years and years and years, you've been trying to do, or you've been doing, implementing false starts. You've been implementing things where just like fell through contracts. You've been doing the most behind my back, and you thought that somehow you were superior, and that was a wave by you regurgitating abusive standards within your group, and it didn't nothing but go ahead and inspire other people to be as disastrous to their own group or community or whomever or to an individual. Like you cared, but you didn't really care. It's just so weird. Nonetheless, but that in itself, like I don't need to really play the actually I will play just a little bit more, but it's just like that right there, the message, that's what makes it the coon message, is because you are ignoring the part where all this other shit is happening. You are ignoring the part where I'm still being surveilled and human zooed. You are ignoring that part so that way I can still do these two things for you because you want me to be down in the trenches for you and just your own descendants or for whomever to continue on a constant cycle of working hard until I'm dead. It's the whole, work will set you free kind of mentality.
Whatever they want to think to bring into your vortex. You cannot be focused on, okay, somebody don't like you, somebody feel like you aren't skilled, whatever. Let these people think whatever they want to think. Let them mock, laugh, troll. Just work. Just work. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what makes you happy. You're about to show somebody how to truly manifest something out of nothing. Something out of nothing or seemingly nothing. I'm also getting recover. Something is going to recover and turn around for you. Like something slowed down and like plateaued and it's going to spike back up. Watch.
The thing is that those have always kept coming. It's always been that whole, oh, it's gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Oh, let it happen during the divine timing, and divine timing is really fucked up because it's not has nothing to do with divine timing. That these were man-made moments. That's why I was saying about like S&M, where you have a sadist and people are trying to treat me as if I'm their masochist, where I want to be like, just because, yeah, I believe in God doesn't mean I am volunteering myself to be a masochist for some figure out there who wants to put tests on me, who wants me to achieve things at his time. And it's really just a bunch of people with ego insecurity, poor egos, really bad insecurities, perversions, and disgusting, behaviors. That's why I said S&M. That's why I said, like, religion is really similar to S&M. It's just that S&M is really more kinky than religion. You have to be more proper, obviously, with religion. You have to try to maintain a whole clean thing. Don't get me wrong, even with S&M, you do have to have like the whole clean thing because you have like the latex and the outfits and things of that nature. But with this, well, actually, I don't know too much, but it's just like, I've researched a lot of things. So it's just like that's what I would imagine. It's just yeah, there are people who really like being subjected and inflicted to pain. And I'm just not with that shit. Like I don't get it twisted where it's just like in certain kind of moments they misjudged my work ethic for a moment of me being, I guess, a masochist. They misjudge the traumatic experiences that I've been, placed under. Like I had a narcissistic bully of a mom though, but my family back then it seemed, were more loving. Apparently, unlike what they say behind my back today. So it's just like yeah, it was like nonetheless, people were thinking that somehow like I enjoy it because I can smile and I can find reasons to either smile when I want to. I'm not gonna smile 24/7 or all that shit because like toxic positivity is a mental situation and I don't have that. Like I know when to smile and I smile naturally when I want to. I can find happiness in moments where I just, independent moments. Doesn't mean, but I'm not toxic positivity. um it's really toxic of people to want that from me. So yeah, like I said, this world is definitely seriously fucked up. And without me getting my restitution or without me getting my justice and people thinking like, oh, just wait on it, things of that nature. I'm just like, I don't respect your religion. I don't respect you as an individual. And I don't respect anything that comes out of your fucking mouth when it comes to me being at a disadvantage and thinking that I need to respect, be kind, or have service to you when I don't. When I was in New York and enjoying myself, I was actually, on my way back to, back home, and people were like approaching me, and I'm just like, no. I had checked it already. It was actually a few people, and then one of them decided to try to follow me to my like close to my seat. And thankfully, I love having my earbuds on because I can really just zone out and listen and like listen to only myself or just something other than these bitches because they feel so fucking gung ho entitled to want me to listen to, I guess, their storyline or their opinion or their criticism. I am witnessing, and you're witnessing too, the ego, the serious fucked up ego of each fucking person thinking like, oh no, you should listen to me. You should listen to what I have to say. Like people are making like their own. It's like people want to try to make their own fucking podcast whenever they try to interact with me and then try to triangulate information. I'm just like, no, keep that shit, you pathetic, stupid bitch. Okay, um, return to whatever nigger, return to the nigger coon Neanderthal group that you came from and go ahead and mediate on how you guys fail to be an actual contributing factor to society. You guys pretend that you actually want to be good, but you're just worthless. You really fucking are. There is nothing that you have cultivated on your own. You really needed to try to suppress and harm somebody who didn't need to be harmed, who was actually at a point sharing my wisdom, knowledge, and information to you out and open and willingly. But now I am very more restricted. So when you think that you're actually having a chance to just try to capitalize off of this to your, I guess, to your leisure, it's not gonna work like that. It's not gonna work like that because there's just so many of you bitches. And again, it's just like, you did it to your fucking self. You really did it to your fucking self. Earlier today when I said I was at the train station and people had approached me, it was just like you rather interrupt my me time to ask me a fucking question that you can ask anybody else on that fucking platform. But you didn't want to take the time to tell me about like, hey, look, you look familiar. You're probably you would want to see this, that, here, and the third. No, you rather try to interact with me and try to get, I guess, because somebody paid you to, or because that's supposed to be like your job to be a fucking gang stalker and things of that nature. I'm just like, you're just another minus, basically. Like, I don't have to answer to you unless it's something like that. Or if you talk to me, I really don't have to answer you. I have the choice to not answer you, or I just walk away from you. I'll just look at you, I'll probably sneer at you, or I dismiss you, or I'll say something short. It's one of those, it's one of those where I take those moments to dig in my bag, and then boom, it's my choice. It's really my choice. And you guys are so fucking bothered, but you've only shown yourselves to be the inferior beings that you are. There's nothing that you can say in order to try to make it seem like you're somebody that's supposed to be of value or importance to me, where I need to actually respect you or take into consideration your feelings, because you don't have any at the very end of the day. Where Yeah, you just don't have any. Like, you're like, no, I have feelings, I'm crying right now because I want you to do this. Exactly. Basically, but for me though, you don't have feelings. Not any that I'm supposed to be caring about. And it's for just cause. You want to go ahead and harm me unprovoked, and you want to go ahead and put lies on me and things of that nature. But it's just like, look at you. Look at you. You're literally wasting this when there's actually somebody who, there have been stories. Actually, I saw one about earlier about a guy who had I told you about this before, where a guy had spread around like their cooties and things of that nature. Again, these are what my abusers actually do. So when a woman is actually having the confidence to speak out, because that whole what was that women's movement? Me Too. It's just like you silence that shit, because now people are going to question it, and then you get upset when people are mad when it's like a woman will have proof, evidence, video, and this and here, and they be like, "Yo, we don't believe her." Of course not, because you're probably behind the scenes supporting the stupid bitch that was literally over here trying to assassinate my fucking character. It's just like, okay, then who do we actually believe? Well, if you actually move with the intention of the things that you actually want to see, then maybe you actually would be less inclined to just kind of fuck up your own. Oh my god, like, yo, like, you always are the fucking joke. So when you are actually put into the leadership role or the leadership position, and you see how much you are undoing of yourself, it's already too late. Like, you've done enough where you really have fucked up. There was so much for you to do, and now you have to work not even double time, triple time, and you're going to try to like pay people off in the background. You feel me? Like, you have like little endeavors that you've done, that you have waiting in the you have waiting in your little cabinet of deals and things of that nature. Oh, let's go ahead and find like Tupac's real killer. Oh, let's go ahead and then, and finally arrest him. Oh, let's go ahead and find, like, if we were the white versions of a repressed, they'd be like, oh, let's finally give justice to Jimmy Hoffa. Okay. Let's find out who killed Jimmy Hoffa, and like give him justice. Oh my god. Oh my god. Bruh, it's really fucked up. It's just it's crazy. It really fucking is. And unfortunately, when it comes to stupidity, and it's the shirt of stupidity and just a whole bunch of toxicity. And unfortunately, the label is under the subgroup of black. And and when you look at the material, it's showing the supportive stuff, where it's saying white people, non-black, that had helped contributed. It's talking about the generation, it's talking about the ages, it's talking about the salary, it's talking about what your interests are. Um, and you are the contributive factor. Now, you're not even the contributive factor. You are the sole reasons why um, the state of just the world of it that it is. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go. I get again. It's 12328. That's so funny. 123. It's been an hour and 23 minutes. Excuse me. And it's oh, look, 1 2 3 5. It's 12:35 in the morning, Saturday, November 18th. I'm Shalise. I am targeted, and I am beautiful, wonderful, And it seems like every single fucking day there are people who are definitely up in their feelings, and in the midst of them going ahead to do the most in order to try to slander me and assassinate my character, they do nothing but make jokes of their fucking selves and undo a lot of this shit. And even though when they're trying to like cross the T's and dot the I's, they've already revealed themselves to be the major, I wouldn't even say Godzilla, but just like the major monstrous joke that they are. All right, so I'm gonna go and I will talk to you guys later. All right, bye. I think I'll just continue being manifesting all the beautiful things and keeping into my life and going ahead to regulate exactly the proper, um, the proper. No, I don't want to regulate it. I don't want to regulate it. I'm just gonna let it flow. I was, I was imagining it. Hold on. I was imagining it was like a proper flow, but fuck it. Just let it all fucking fall out. Whatever abundance and mm, flow. Let it flow. Let it flow to the cup overfills. And then once that happens, let it fall on my face like, like a champion because it's really my time. It's really my time and people have done the fuck most. So along the way, while I'm still going ahead to do like live my life accordingly, just know that there are people out there right now who really don't like it, won't like it, and will do whatever they can in order to like try to come against that. But also know that these people not only will what happens in the dark come to light, but these people will definitely be smited and snuffed out. And you might think that it's with the quickness, but no, they've done this for so fucking long that it's just it's time. It really is fucking time. They've done nothing but go ahead, but continuously, it's not even being an anchor, but just fuck up a lot of people, organizations, groups, and things of that nature. They're whatever kind of history that they've had, whatever kind of reputation that they've had, whatever kind of work that was achieved has all been torn down by people who just are really fucking insecure, people who just like running out the mouth, people who are just minuses all around and hate having to share or hate having to be, I guess, not even just who find themselves on their own to be second place, but it's just like, hey, look, this is how I see you how you see you, but you're mad that I see you because of the way how you're behaving. So it's just like, yo, come up off that. Come up off that. Not even second place anymore. It seems like you're just like far down, lower the lower down the totem pole. It's just it's yes, it's really bad dope. It's really bad dope. But here I am to, um have that be exposed as I live in, continue living in my truth and just kind of living accordingly and just being me. So all right. I guess we'll finish this conversation later, but in the meantime, I'm gonna go do my thing. All right, bye.